DJs, how would you like to get more DJ gigs? How would you like to build an audience around you being a DJ and have a worldwide community of fans that are into you because of your DJ skills and the music you love? Today, I'm going to discuss how you can start your own YouTube channel and get from zero to your first 1,000 fans. So if you're passionate about music and you're passionate about DJing and you can't get any gigs, then let's start making gigs for you on YouTube with a regular content series. Let's dive in and look at the points that you're going to need to do to set up that channel. Let's go. So you want to get started on YouTube. Well, I've come up with a 5-step formula to get those first 1,000 followers on YouTube. We're going to talk about how to get your channel launched and get that first mix out. You want to make sure you follow all 5 steps to make sure it really works. Before we get cracking, if you're unsure why you should start a YouTube channel as a DJ, then you want to check out this video where I spoke about the powers of YouTube for DJs. It breaks down the why you should start and gives you much more information. I'm going to link that above and below. Okay, step number 1, research. With everything you do on YouTube, there is a load of prep work to do to get the best YouTube channel and the best growth and also the best results. So you need to think about, what is your channel going to be? Yes, you want to put out DJ mixes, but is there going to be something else around your channel that makes it stand out from the crowd? One of my favorite channels right now is a channel called Flavor Trip, and they started last September, October, and they've maybe got 17, 18 videos at the time of recording this video, and they've just gone over 110,000 subscribers in that short period of time. They've had rapid growth of their channel, and their videos are getting into the hundreds of thousands and even million views, which is absolutely epic. I'm so chuffed for Jimmy Harvey and Amy Watson. Their channel's amazing. If you haven't gone check it out, go and check it out because it's really good. Their channel is shot in different locations around their trip around Europe, living a bit of a nomadic life. They also bring in a food aspect because that's what they like to do. And they have cameras on the mix and on the food prep itself. And they bring recipes into their Patreon members. Their mixes are themed and cleverly named, all in a kind of house music style with different types of variety. So is your channel going to be like that? Or is it going to be like R3Wire's channel, which we looked at last week in this video? What he's been doing, he does a weekly live stream, which he then puts on YouTube. He focuses on the house and tech house music alone, and it's all about new artists and new discovery of new artists and the music that he's loving. These are all shot in his studio, and that studio has evolved over time. Also, in this first phase, you want to think about how often you're putting these videos out. YouTube is a massive commitment, and you're going to need to think about the long term of this. It's not about just putting one mix out and being done. Step number 2. The big thing to remember when it comes to YouTube is it's a search engine. It's the second biggest search engine, owned by the biggest search engine, Google. Unlike some social media, you're going to need to think about search engine optimization, or SEO. To grow your channel, you're going to need to make your videos discoverable in search, which means when you've worked out the theme of your channel and its identity, then you're going to need to plan out each mix and work out the ideas for the mixes. Yep, more research, sorry. You first need to think about the title of that video before you even record the mix. When it comes to the title, you need to think about, what will someone search to find this mix? And as a hint, no one is searching my new mix 001. Maybe we should all search that and find out what's in there. There's bound to be loads of banging mixes that no one's ever listened to. This obviously has a caveat, unless you're a big artist and a massive artist and people are already searching for your name because lots of stuff's going on. But even then, I'd still tailor your title to that mix. But if you're a brand new artist or small rising artist, like the guys at Flavor Trip, then you need to think about your titles because they're important. So, what is the mix about? Is it a tech house mix? Is it a drum and bass mix? Is it a techno mix? Is there a theme to that? Can you go a little bit deeper into that? Is it a festival tech house music set? Is it a poolside tech house music set? Is it a tech house groovers set? Think about the words people might search to find that mix. Do a bit of searching yourself and search for mixes how you would normally do it. Type in the search bar and do some research about what mixes come up. Maybe even get your mates involved. Get them to search for mixes and see what they type into the search and make a spreadsheet of what people are searching. And then you're going to make a list of the next 4 to 6 mixes and videos. I told you it was long term, and start thinking long term because it's going to really help you in the long run. The other part of discoverability is the description, which definitely should include your track list because all of those names and all those artist names are discoverable and searchable. So if someone's searching for one of those artists, then your mix will come up. This isn't about just loading it with big tracks. There's 2 problems here. Firstly, loads of the big tracks and the big artists could cause problems with content being blocked and songs being blocked, especially if you're on major record labels. Warners, Sonys. The second thing is you want a mix that's unique to yourself with unique music that no one else has found. You're a DJ, you're going to be digging for tracks that no one else has found. Playing the biggest top 10, it's not about that. But that track list is searchable, so you want to get that in there. Again, what other words also could you put in that description that will help people find that mix? I probably would plan out the mix and work out the track list and work out the order and the flow. And I probably would listen to that for a week or so just to make sure it really flows. And then I'd start thinking about the record. Step number 3. The next biggest part about discoverability is the thumbnail. And when it comes to the thumbnail, Mr. Beast, one of the biggest creators on YouTube, said this about his thumbnails. We probably spend $5,000 to $10,000 on a thumbnail just to make sure we get the right image and it's good, because like the thumbnail makes a difference between 50 million views and 200 million views. Now, we don't need to spend that much money as new DJs, but it gives you an example of what he's spending and how important he thinks about the thumbnail for capturing that new audience, that new audience members. And again, I would do some research. I'd go into the search, I'd search mixes in your genre and see what other people are putting as thumbnails. I'd only use this as a bit of a guide just to understand, maybe yourself, which one you click on, which thumbnail pulls you in and what's in that thumbnail. The other thing with thumbnails is you need to think about is people might watch on their phone and they need to be super small. So all the details need to be super easy to read. So not overcomplicated. They also need to be massive for things like TVs or computers. So really, really think about your thumbnail and what's going to be in there. If we go back to the Flavor Trip example, they're using really bright images that stand out of the screen because they're in those lush locations. Step number 4. Now it's time to make the mix. Hooray, we've got there. Okay, we're ready to do the mix. But definitely test the video and the audio and do a test couple of tracks just to make sure everything is recording before you go deep into an hour of mixing. Because you planned out that track list, it should be a little bit less stressful, especially for you new and rising DJs. And when it comes to recording, I wouldn't worry about multi-cameras to start off with. I'd just get one camera and make it look cool, and then you can evolve to that over time. When it comes to recording, I'd remove all the clutter from the background and just make it really, really crisp. Can people see and hear you? You can add lights, you can add everything else afterwards. Just make it clear and make it bright. Also, remember when you're coming to record this, it's a video mix and it's visual. So you need to remember there's a camera there. Hi, camera. You're going to remember that people will be watching this for their enjoyment as well. So you need to get visual. Those of you who just stand there and mix, that's cool if that's you, but make it a party. Bring people into the party and into the mix of the party, because let's face it, people might be watching this at an after party or on a Friday night. Think about those people that are watching it in their houses, because that's where your audience is. Get involved with the tracks, enjoy the music you're playing, and just make it a visual experience. And as I said, you can definitely add extra lights, extra cameras, and all the little extras along the way. Just get one working first and make that work. Step number 5 is promoting your mix. You've made the mix, now you need to think about the promotion. To expand the reach in your subscribers on YouTube, it's all about that first impact of that mix happening and that first impact of that video happening. When you're recording the mix, can you have a friend, recording friend, to record you on a phone doing little clips so that you can use those for social media afterwards? Or if you haven't got a friend, then record the mix as a whole and then work out some clips you can make for social media using your phone afterwards. Maybe it's the transitions, maybe it's the bits of the track. The other thing you can do is also, once you've got that big mix, is you can go and cut parts out of the mix for things like Facebook and Instagram, for carousels of Facebook posts and TikTok. And obviously YouTube Shorts. As mentioned, the early parts of this mix going live are so killer. The first 24, 48 hours, really, really important to drive up the streams and drive up the reach. So you want to plan out the launch of this video. Don't just throw it live. Think about it as an event. My new mix goes up on Thursday at a set time, and it's always going to be on a set time on the same date. So if you pick Thursday, 6 o'clock, everyone goes Thursday, 6 o'clock. It doesn't have to be that day, just pick one and go with it. Build it up on social media. Are you going to tune into it? Are you going to be part of this one drop in? Set reminders on YouTube just to get people to remind when it goes live. And then once it's live, put the clips live on your social media to drive people to it. And also then remember to put the links on social media for your YouTube channel as a whole to keep people going there all the time. Starting a YouTube channel might sound daunting and it may sound like a lot of work, but it's super valuable for DJs and producers. And hopefully these steps will help you get that first 1,000 followers and then drive it on to become a bigger account. And remember, it's all about showcasing your talent and connecting with fellow music lovers that are into the same music as you and a worldwide audience. So start working on your YouTube channel today and let's start building that career on YouTube as a DJ. It's much easier now. They've removed loads of the headache from a YouTube point of view and an algorithm point of view and made it easier for labels to monetize those tracks that are in your mixes so they don't need to take the videos down. They don't need to block stuff. Don't forget to like this video because it's going to help me with the YouTube algorithm. If you've enjoyed this and found it useful, subscribe to this channel because I'm giving out tons more tips on YouTube videos for DJs, and I also look at Instagram and SoundCloud and all the rest we do on a weekly basis. To help you on your way, I've made you a free download guide to help you on the way to making your YouTube channel, and it's your first steps to building your channel. So make sure you download that. I put the link in the below. All you need to do is subscribe and drop your email, and I'll send you the YouTube guide. As mentioned before, you should definitely check out this video on why you should have a channel and the algorithm updates to YouTube that are really, really helping DJs and producers right now. Before we jump over there, a little reminder again, like this video if you've found it useful, subscribe to the channel because we are dropping videos every week, and I will see you over in this video to help you on your YouTube journey as a DJ. Let's go. See you in the next video. Bye.